It's Monday, about an hour after daylight, and this is the Ashley's 2014 muzzleloader deer hunt. And this is the fourth day of the season. It's the first day we've got to hunt. We haven't got to do much scouting, but we're real familiar with the unit. But where we're at now is we didn't have much time to scout because of schedules and birthdays and all the other stuff. This isn't one of those hunts that's really hard to draw. She drew it on a third choice in Arizona, which is essentially had to go through the first two pass or the first draw, and nobody basically there was leftover tags after the first draw, and we're looking for a mature big buck. It doesn't have to be a real scory buck, just a mature big buck that we like. Her mom, my wife Rochelle, has this tag too. If we find a big buck while we're scouting, of course we'll shoot it. But if you don't have time to scout something, it's my opinion that you're gonna have to. I mean, you can always rely on luck, but I like to just go ahead and consider the first 2 days scouting. We're gonna go try to find. It hasn't rained in a few weeks. We're gonna try to find some big tracks because tracks don't lie. And once we find those big tracks, we're gonna try to find as many as we can, and then we're gonna concentrate our efforts on hunting those big tracks, and hopefully they produce big antlers and big back straps. So that's where we're at. We're gonna walk off this hill and go check for tracks. Let's see this buck. See him?
No.
Here comes one out in the open, the 4x3. We found a couple bucks last night, and they were 300 yards, and it got dark on us. We couldn't get closer. This morning we came back in here and got on the other side of them, and it took us a little while, but we finally glassed them up. There is I think a 4x3 and a 3x3, and they're 3.5 to 4.5 year old deer, and the 4x3 is probably 20 to 21 inches wide, and he's not real heavy. He's fairly tall, not deep fork, not a scory buck. And the 3-point, trying to keep track of him right now. The 3-point's a little bit wider, just a touch heavier, bigger body. He might be a year older, but he's probably 22 inches wide. Now Miss Ashley has a decision, and Dad's not making this one. She's got a muzzleloader. She's never killed a muzzleloader deer. This is about a 25% success rate on this hunt. And that's not for trophy deer. That's for deer, period. So she has got to make a decision on whether or not we're going to leave these bucks alone or go look or go kill them. So anyway, that's all I'm waiting on. What? That's a 3-point. We can keep looking. I think what you're getting at is you don't want to shoot one. There. I think he's an old buck. He's a long ways away. That was a big old. He's a 2x3. And there might be.
Tonight?
Yeah, I don't think we can get to him tonight. He's too far.
We'll be coming right back here tomorrow.
It's just cracking daybreak, and last night, well, first off, yesterday, I cracked a torsion bar bracket on my Toyota, so we had to go into town and switch out vehicles, and we came out to a spot that I'm very familiar with because it was close, and we glassed up a nice, a coal buck. It's a big 2x3. He looks like he's got some age on him. He's pretty tall. He's not quite as wide as one of the bucks yesterday that we passed on, but I think he's older. He's got a fatter body. He's heavier in the horn, and I actually kind of liked him. So she's back down in the truck sleeping. This hill mountain that I climbed up, it's got a lot of cactus on it, and if I spot this buck, I'd rather have her rested up. And she almost fell down, and so did I in cactus yesterday. I mean, there is a ton of cactus on this hill. I found the buck from last night, and there's another buck with him. So I'm trying to get a look and see which buck is the biggest buck, and I kind of see what they are, and then we know which one we want to shoot. It's gonna be a tough call, so I'm gonna try to get some video of them, identify which buck is the biggest, and then make a plan from there. As I was saying before, and I haven't got a good look. I have pulled the bucks together. I'm thinking the second buck is a pretty darn wide, big looking framey buck. But I honestly don't know at this point. I know there's a big 2-point that will shoot. Older buck, but I'm not sure of that. I don't think that's the biggest buck. It's, I don't know, 7:30 in the morning, and it's Thursday. It's the fourth morning. Last night, or yesterday we glassed up a buck, 2 bucks, and we went down in there, and me and an 11-year-old girl waited on these bucks and got within 120 yards of them for about 6 hours or so. And they end up getting out on us. They never spooked, but we sat there until almost dark waiting for them to pop up. And feed toward us, and they must have went away from us. And last night I was wishing that I had somebody up here on this hill. Wait till you see that one with his head in the sun, and the one in front of him. He's sparring with that other buck. Look at that. That's the wide buck he's sparring with. He's raking the Spanish dagger. Do you see him? Two bigger bucks are right together. That 3-point's pretty wide. Kind of sparring. Squeeze the trigger. About middle of us. See that crease where his neck is turned? You shoot just to the right of that crease, Tinker. Shoot him. Shoot him. Shoot him. Ashley, don't. So she got out of school for a week, and we just finished her deer hunt, and we didn't kill one. We worked our butts off. We had a lot of fun, but it's just the way it goes today. We found the biggest buck that we'd seen. My dad glassed him up, and we got around on him, and ended up being 6 bucks in the same draw. And long story short, we never had an opportunity at the biggest buck, and we kind of got a little impatient as the clock was ticking, and she could have shot a smaller buck, and we almost did. She just wasn't quite ready. A little big buck fever hit her, and they blew out the 2 bigger bucks, and that's just the way it went. So now she gets to do a lot of homework. I got to catch up on a lot of work and get ready for I got a rifle elk hunter coming in this next week, and sheep scouting to do, and plenty of stuff going on. So it sucks, but ultimately we had fun. The competitive side of me wants to go hunting tomorrow, but the season's not open.